Here's a very good question from Gail Picott. As a therapist which is starting his career, 1, how do you overcome imposter syndrome? 2, how do you manage uncertainty if you have some, and how do you be honest about it with your patient? Have a great day. Thank you. Okay, so number 1, how do you overcome imposter syndrome? Well, that's really easy. Don't be an imposter. It's amazing to me how many people ask me that question. Personally, I've never experienced that. I'm always just straight up. And the best antidote for imposter syndrome is just to be honest. And where you don't have enough knowledge, or you just say, well, based on my life experience, this is what I have found, or based on personal experience, or based on the books I've read, this is what I've concluded, or that's an area that I don't really have a good grasp of yet. Thank you for asking the question. And to the degree you feel inspired to look into it to help that person, you can learn and grow yourself. And that's why we always have to remember that all therapeutic relationships are a two-way street. The therapist tends to think that they're in control of the patient and they're responsible for everything, and that turns the patient or the client into an object. But when you realize that each person that comes to us as a therapist is actually there to bring us something, to share something with us, be it their genius, their gifts, their story, and inspire us to look deeper into their challenges, then it's a relationship that is one of reciprocity. So instead of feeling like you're an imposter when somebody asks you something that you don't know the answer to, or whenever you're working on someone and maybe you're trying a new procedure, just say, hey, this is something I learned in a workshop. You're the first person I've tried it on. Feel free to give me feedback. So I find the best antidote for imposter syndrome is just being honest. Simple. How to manage uncertainty if you have some? Uncertainty is very, very important, because without it, one can tend to think that they already know everything, and that leads to like a horse with blinders on. And that's the problem. With certainty almost always comes a belief, and beliefs lead to one thinking they know something or what they're doing, and they stop asking questions, and therefore they stop growing. So what I'm saying in a nutshell is uncertainty is very, very unhealthy. Now, if you have uncertainty because you haven't practiced your craft, or you're not taking your craft seriously and working towards mastery, then that uncertainty is an inner alert from your soul to say, hey, quit bullshitting yourself and bullshitting other people. And that kind of uncertainty is usually the byproduct of laziness, or not doing the right thing with your life, not living your dream. But if it's the uncertainty of, I'm doing my best with what I know and I'm not sure how it's going to work out, well, that's called life. That's called life. It's fine to share your uncertainty to the degree that you can do it in such a way that it doesn't undermine the confidence that the client would have in you. For example, I would never walk up to somebody and say, you know, I'm really uncertain about how to mobilize your cervical vertebra and I'm not very good at it, because that would, 1, they'd probably wonder why they're paying me. 2, we have to remember that we're in a practice. Every day is a practice. I've been doing this for 41 years and I still get better every day. So I don't expect myself to be perfect or to know everything, or there'd be no room for growth, and that would just take the juice right out of life. So to summarize, how to overcome imposter syndrome: be honest. How to overcome uncertainty: differentiate uncertainty from a lack of participation, and heart and commitment from the uncertainty that is inherent in the life process and in growth and development. Embrace that uncertainty, because it keeps you sharp, keeps you awake, and keeps you open to learn and grow. Thanks for a great question.